What is up, guys? My name is Friars News, also known as Jackson Furman. Welcome to the first episode of Friar Frenzy podcast. I'm super stoked to do this for all my fan base, for the Padres Nation, and all that. What a start it's been for the San Diego Padres. I mean, I couldn't have imagined a better start. Started 7-0 for only the second time in team history. We became the third team to shut out three teams in a span of 6 wins in a row. The last time the San Diego Padres started 7-0, they went to the World Series. Could history repeat itself? We can only find out. But looking at the start for San Diego, I mean, so much different from last year. Obviously, we went on that 23 inning streak of no runs to end our season, which was heartbreaking. Like, the team coming to spring training knew that they didn't like that. They didn't like that at all. They made some tweaks, and it's really paid off so far. The Padres are currently 7-2 now, with back-to-back losses to the Chicago Cubs. But a 7-0 start, not many teams can do that to begin with. So looking back at it, you look at it and you got to understand that a 7-0 start is pretty impressive. Yeah, the last two games have stunk and haven't looked very good with overall 2 runs in those 2 games. Padres will look to salvage, do not get swept by Chicago tomorrow. Kyle Hart will be going for San Diego. But from first pitch, it kind of seemed like, these Braves have got us right where they want us. Come late in the game, Gavin Sheets comes up, makes his first at bat as a Padre, hits a bomb to center field to give us the lead. It would start 1-0, and then you start 2-0, 3-0. You could really feel like the energy the fans have brought, and it just looks to be a different team to me. And compared to last season, yeah, the bench might be a little thin, but all the guys on the bench are veteran pieces. One guy I cannot stand, though, is Yuli Gurriel. He's 41, and I honestly think it's time for him to hang him up. He has not been productive. He hasn't had a single hard hit ball. He strikes out a lot. He swings out a lot. He's just overall, it seems dead at that point in that lineup. 7 through 9, I mean, when you have a guy like Gavin Sheets in there, you feel comfortable. But I understand where Mike Schilt comes from with the lefty on lefty and how Gavin Sheets can't hit lefties. And it shows. But, I mean, when Yuli Gurriel steps up to the plate and he's pretty much a guaranteed out, it kind of stinks because nothing can start around him. But other than that, man, I'm very impressed with the start of the season. The pitching, the hitting, the aggressive base running has been very key. That base running has paid dividends. Back to a scenario where Luis Ariz, he stole second, runners on the corners, Tatis on third. He runs down to second. There's 2 outs. So Rise knows that he needs to either get to the base or he needs to turn back around and run back to first to allow Tatis to score first before being tagged out. Very IQ play. He ended up being safe, but it got Tatis his second steal of home in his career. But the base running, man, way more aggressive for Schilt, has really set us up for big hits later in the games. And running all over the place and seeing a healthy Tatis in that leg, you know he's going to at least steal 40 bags this year. So overall, a great start for San Diego. And, man, I've been impressed watching this team, and it's a fun team to watch right now. Obviously, the last 2 games, maybe not so much fun, but the first 7 games was a dream start for us. But, yeah, flipping to the bullpen, man, I mean, this bullpen has been nothing but sticks and stones. Jason Adam has 4 games, no ERA, 4 1/3 pitched, 7 strikeouts. He has 2 walks, but he is not allowed a hit, no runs. He's been outstanding. Omar Cruz came in to make his MLB debut and didn't disappoint. Got the last 3 outs. Today was a little shaky. Again, Chicago threw about 65, 70 pitches. Didn't look all that sharp, but cold weather can do that to you. Not making excuses. But very impressive. Jeremiah Estrada, he's always been impressive, but to start the season, 4 games, no earned run average, 4 1/3 as well as Adam. He has a lot of hit, but and walked 1, but has struck out 5. Kyle Hartman, I know it's not the bullpen, but I was very impressed with him from his first start. Got his first major league win. He pitched. He had a 3.6 ERA, 5 innings pitched. He allowed 2 runs and 2 home runs. Obviously, one to Jose Ramirez, a walk and 5 strikeouts in his Padre debut. Wandy Peralta also, I know he had a really shaky start to his season last year. He has looked a lot better. A little shaky today, again, but still with a 0 ERA. He does have a save, so he's off to a pretty hot start for him. He's got 3 strikeouts. Yuki Matsui, man, though. Last year he had a really good start to the season, but then it kind of fell off, and it was wondering, is this guy good enough? Like, is this guy going to be good? He's off to a great start. In 4 games, he has a 0 earned run average, 4 innings pitched, and in those 4 innings, he has 8 strikeouts. So he's about 2 strikeouts per inning almost. So pretty impressive for Yuki Matsui out of that pen. I've been impressed with the most. But Nick Pivetta made his Padres debut on Sunday night against the Braves to complete the sweep. Really, really good. 7 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, and 4 strikeouts. He faced the minimum, and I couldn't say that I was very impressed with that. I like that signing, especially coming over and getting fixed with Ruben Niebla. So, very impressed with that so far. Adrian Morejon, 4 games he has entered in a 1.93 ERA. He has 3 strikeouts, and he also has a save. But Robert Suarez, we all know what he can deal with. He has impressed me the most with his breaking pitches down in the zone and how much misses he's getting where he's locating it. Has looked very impressive for Robert Suarez, and that's the Robert Suarez we need. I know he became, everyone was like writing him off towards the end of the season last season just because of the way he couldn't locate. He was walking a lot, giving up big hits. But he's really looked good so far. In 3 games, he has 3 saves, no earned run average, 3 innings pitched, a walk, and 4 strikeouts, no hits allowed. And one thing with him is the breaking pitch. Getting it down is a big, big key for him to his success. Keeping it away. Yes, the fastball is dominant, and there was a point where he threw 70-some fastballs in a row, and was striking guys out like it was nothing because he could locate it. Not so much later in the season, as they figured out that Bobby fastball means he only throws fastballs, and so they figured it out. So I think those breaking pitches for Robert Suarez this year can play big for the Padres bullpen. Randy Vasquez, I have mixed emotions on Randy Vasquez. I really liked him in the trade, but then he was up and down 5 times last season, which really sucked because he never really kind of got that true opportunity. He started the season as the number 3 starter. He had a really good outing on Saturday against the Braves, but this is the one thing that's really killer. Compared to, today he started and had a really rough outing. He's walked 9 batters through his first 2 starts and has only struck out 5. He's given up 6 hits and 2 earned run averages and 10 and 2/3. It's rough. It's a tough scene for him, but I really like this guy's upside. I've always liked him. I thought that was a good piece to get back, and I feel like if you develop him right, he can be really good. Yes, he's not gonna be a strikeout pitcher. He's good. Players are gonna put the ball in play on him, but at the end of the day, he's just gotta kind of head down and do what he's got to do. So I really like him, and I think he can definitely turn it around for San Diego. But as of right now, it looks really, really shaky for that Padres rotation, the back end of it. We'll see how Kyle Hart goes tomorrow, but the last 2 not been so great between Pivetta today and Vasquez yesterday. Michael King obviously was our opening day starter. He had a rough one the first game, but Padres ended up winning anyway. So no one really talked about it much, but it was kind of a tough one for him. He's only gone 7 2/3 in 2 starts. He has a 3.52 ERA. He is 1-0. He did get the win against the Guardians, but He struck out 11, I think it was. So he has 14 strikeouts on the year after that shaky, but really bounced back against the Guardians. Again, didn't work super deep into the game as we wanted him to against the Guardians, but it was still really impressive for us, bouncing back. And we knew he was. You got to get the jitters out, start the season. Dylan Cease, he had a rough outing, sorta, in his first one, but really settled down in the second game. He has 14 strikeouts as well. So between our two guys, 28 strikeouts between our number 1 and 2 punch, at the top of the rotation. Yeah, strikeouts may not look great because Michael King did strike out 11, but the reason he could not pitch deep into that game was because of all the strikeouts and all the pitches he had to throw in order to do that. So, um, yeah, I mean the starting pitching has its moments, but it's really settled down for San Diego in regards. Yeah, the back end hasn't been the greatest, but we'll see how Kyle Hart goes tomorrow. But as of right now, those top two, when you get the ball to Dylan Cease and Michael King, you feel like you can really excel. So I'm expecting a big bounce back for Dylan Cease. I think he's have a good year. Obviously, it's 2 starts, so his ERA is going to jump really high right away. But I think that comes down to at least 3. For him, he only has 3 walks in 2 outings, which last year was a very big issue, was his walk rate. Um, Not being able to, he would get deep into counts, he would be up in the count, but then he would really kind of excel off and give up a lot of runs, um, because he would walk a lot. So Dylan Cease, if he can keep the walk rate down, is a very good pitcher, and I think he's going to have a big season if he keeps it down. So 3 walks through the first 2 outings for him, which isn't bad. But Padres pitching has always been a walk issue. Let's see. Vasquez has 9 walks. Suarez has 1. Wandy Peralta has 1. Morihone has 2. Um, Morihone has 2. 2 for Matsui, 5 for King, 1 for Jacob, 1 for Hart, 1 for Estrada, 1 for Cease, or 3 for Cease, and then 2 for Jason Adams. So quite a bit of walks given out by San Diego pitching, and that's always been an issue every year. But they have found ways to work around it. That bullpen has been spot on, working out of jams. Today was really the only shaky part about it. The bullpen kind of gave up between Cruz and Jacob. Other than that, I mean, I've been super impressed with the bullpen, like always, and I think you hand that ball over to them in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, it's going to be tough for teams, especially when you got your top leverage arms like Adams, Suarez, Estrada, and guys like that. So, yeah, I'm very impressed on that side of the ball. Again, to the hitting has looked better. A lot more patience, putting the ball in play, less strikeouts, it seemed, through the first 1-2 series, I think it was. Putting the ball in play was a big thing for San Diego and has really excelled. But on top of that, base running also has excelled this offense because you get a guy like Fernando on. Xander's been stealing bases. Manny Machado's been stealing bases. You get those guys on base and they're swiping second base, and now a base hit scores them. All you have to do is come with a hit and you get a run. Yeah, that's going to be big for San Diego. I'm a lot more aggressive on the base pass compared to last season. We ran quite a bit, but we'd get caught stealing or we wouldn't run at all, and has really set us up for really good success at the plate. Fernando Tatis Jr. is off to a steaming start. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better start from the San Diego right fielder. Fernando, it felt like a lot of people would say he was only a home runner out, but he has really been spraying the ball everywhere. Today he had a hot shot back to first, was caught, that turned into double play, just unlucky. But that was opposite field to first base. He has a home run, I think. Does he have 2? I think he only has 1, if I'm not mistaken. And that was Friday night's game. Or was it Friday? Yeah, I think it was Friday night. But a very, very, very good start for Fernando. I think he's batting over 400. He had another hit today, um, and an RBI. He had an RBI today. The only Padres lone run today, but I've been impressed because he did make that tweak to his leg kick. It's a lot more. Last season and years in past, he would kick his front leg up really high. The timing was off. It felt like he was getting under it, on top of it. But he made a slight tweak. He doesn't really lift it high enough. But when the pitcher is in his windup, he kind of sets that foot, which gives him leverage to be able to swing through the ball. And he's been getting a lot of hard hit base hits. Even when he's getting out, it seems like he's also less striking out a lot less so far. I don't want to jinx it, but he's looked good at the plate. He's looked comfortable at the plate. There's times where he just swings at like everything. He'll strike out on three pitches every there and then, and it's like, man, why? What is he seeing at the plate? And you always wonder, right? Yeah, he's putting the ball in play. If he's getting out, the ball's in play. So I've been super impressed with that to start the season. So um, very good overall for the Padres to start the season. So, but yeah, just got to keep it going. Got to bounce back tomorrow. Hopefully, salvage the final game of the series against the Cubs, and then hopefully get back on the West Coast where it's warmer. And we'll be heading to Sacramento to take on the A's before we return home for a two-game series homestand. I believe, yes, with the Rockies and the Cubs. But very, very good start. A very promising start for San Diego. And they keep this going. I mean, this team can get somewhere. So definitely very excited for this season. Moving on, though, a very big underrated signing to me, Gavin Sheets. Not really talked about. Obviously, he was on the White Sox that lost 120 some games last season, and has been super, super, super impressive. He mashed 6 home runs in spring training. This guy, mind you, was a top prospect for the White Sox. He had a very rough season last year. I think he batted like 230 ish, somewhere in that range, with the White Sox. And on a team, he played 150 games there, but on a team that obviously struggled a lot. So San Diego brings him in on a minor league contract and had 6 home runs, had a really, really big string, easily just unanimously won the battle for a bench piece. And when he's in there, man, he's impressed. I've been super impressed with him just because I've always liked this guy. I always saw the potential with him when the White Sox had him. And yeah, he never hasn't really showed much yet, but he's really excelled so far with San Diego. He's batting 421 with a home run. And obviously his home run was his first at bat as a Padre, dead center, to give the San Diego lead. He has 5 RBIs and he scored 3 runs. So, so far so good from the Padres minor league signing this offseason. He's, I mean, exceeded what we expected. I mean, I can't sit here and say that I don't want to wish bad on players, but Gavin Sheets was not a guy that crossed my mind to be making this opening day roster. Not once. But he goes into spring training, mashes 6 home runs. I mean, that's easy doing. You hit 5 home runs, you got a spot on the roster. So, yeah, everything he's worked on in spring training has transferred over to the regular season. So, very, very, very impressive start for Gavin Sheets as a San Diego Padre. The vibes are high. He brings a lot of vibes, and I've been super, super impressed with him. So, hopefully to keep it going for him. And please bench Yuli Gurriel. I don't care if it's a lefty. I'd rather take my chances with Gavin Sheets. I'm just kind of sick of watching a 41-year-old just not have a single hard hit ball all season long. So, other than that, man, very, very impressive for Gavin Sheets to start the year. So, gonna have to keep it going. But yeah, first impressions on San Diego this year. A dream start for sure. Obviously starting the 7-0 homestand, so we're 7-0, undefeated at home right now. The fans have brought the energy sold out. I think we sold out every game that homestand, if I'm not mistaken. We were sold out on a Wednesday night, or it's not a Wednesday night, a Wednesday afternoon, for the final game of the series against the Guardians. So the fans have really played a big difference. It's been loud. The base running, like I said, perfection. Being more aggressive on the base pass is going to lead to more runs. It's that simple. Pitching, it's just outstanding so far, especially that bullpen. Obviously, we've had those shaky starts at the top or at the bottom of the rotation, but have really turned it around. Tatis, like I said, man, very, 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 very good start to the season for number 23. Exactly what we need. This is the start of his 10-year contract. So he's here for a decade. This is the first year of his contract. He's off the rookie contract, and now it's time to go for our guy Fernando. It's time to put up numbers. It's time to win NL MVP. It's time to take this team on a deep run. It's go time for Tatis, and it's now or never. Not saying, 10 years is a lot, but it doesn't at the end of the day. Seasons go by quick. So, yeah. Other than that, man, very, very fun first two series at home to start the year. I was going undefeated, setting history, making history, setting records. But one more topic I want to get to is our guy Jackson Merrill to end this episode. Jackson Merrill, early on Wednesday morning, signed a 9-year, $135 million contract, $15 million a year, which actually I don't remember the exact numbers, but he's getting paid $1 million next year, alone. Very, very good deal for San Diego, given that the room that they have to spend isn't a lot. It can be more, with the new ownership of John Seidler taking over for Pete. A very good deal, a friendly deal for both sides. Jackson Merrill's a very humble guy. He said that he doesn't necessarily need this big. He wants to win and winning only. That's just that. And big signing for San Diego. Yeah, people may say that he's worth more, but it's not all about the money. He's a team player. He wants to win. He likes going to the field, the battle with his boys every day. Spring training, he stuck around his night would be done. He'd be pulled from the game, and he would stick around until the last pitch of the game. So, very, very good guy to have in the clubhouse. Vibes, very young. So, an extension well worthy of, especially to start his campaign this year and the season he had last year. Like I said, man, any other year, this man wins NL. He probably would have won AL. If he was in the AL, he would have won AL MVP. NL, yeah, skiing's just a different breed, I guess. But that's one thing. Is I think there should be a different award for Rookie of the Year between pitchers and position players, because you can't really have a better season than Jackson Merrill had. This kid set records as a rookie. He had 23 or 24 home runs last season in his rookie campaign. He was 20. He wasn't even 21 yet when the season started, and this kid was mashing the ball. He came up with a lot of clutch home runs last year. One against the Pirates, another against Miami, against the Dodgers. We all remember that we came back. Donovan Solano walk off. When he comes up to the plate, you have a chance, type thing. Like when Jackson Merrill steps in that box, you can feel it, that there is a chance that something can happen. That's why I like him. I think he's going to be just like Tony Gwynn. Yeah, a little more power, but he definitely sprays the ball everywhere, and he comes up with big hits. So, I like this extension. Very cheap. I wouldn't say cheap, but a very friendly deal for him, because the contract will be up when he's 31, I believe. So he has this year, and next year was when his new contract starts. So he'll have 10 years. So yeah, 31, his contract will be up. And who knows? You pay him more now that he's 31. Yeah, he's getting older, but it's a good friendly deal for San Diego. When a guy transitions over from shortstop to center field just like that, the type of player he is, and the kind of vibes he's going to bring. So, and he's been nothing short of fantastic out in center field. I don't think he had I don't know if he has errors out there. So, very impressive start to his young career, and I'm looking forward to being able to watch him for many years to come. So, anyways, I'm gonna end it on that note. Um, it's been Jackson, also known as Friars News. If you go follow my Instagram at Friars News, keep you up to date with live scores, news, and all kinds of things like that. Live videos from the games and final scores. So, looking forward to more of this, and we'll keep you up to date. And if you also want to follow the podcast Instagram, it'll be Friar Frenzy Podcast. No spaces or nothing in between. So, well, it's been a blast. First episode, and we'll be looking forward to more of this. It's been Friars News, also known as Jackson. We out, baby. Go Padres.